In 2011, Derrick Rose wasn't just rising. He was exploding into superstardom. At only 22 years old, he became the youngest MVP in NBA history, carrying the Chicago Bulls back into championship conversations. Chicago didn't just see a point guard, they saw hope reborn. Every time he stepped onto the court, the energy shifted. The arena buzzed differently. Defenders braced themselves differently. Rose played with a rare combination of speed and controlled chaos, slicing through defenses as if hesitation didn't exist in his vocabulary. His first step was devastating. It wasn't smooth acceleration. It was a burst, a violent change of pace that left defenders frozen. He attacked the rim with absolute commitment, elevating through contact, twisting midair, landing hard, and immediately preparing to do it again. What made him thrilling also made him mechanically extreme. He didn't conserve motion. Every drive was full power. Every cut was sharp and torque-heavy. Every jump demanded maximum force from his lower body. The knee joint, however, operates within limits. Explosive deceleration creates enormous strain on ligaments, especially the ACL. Rose's game required constant deceleration and redirection. Plant hard, shift angle, elevate vertically, land while rotating. Repeat. The stress may not show immediately, but repetition compounds it. At the height of his MVP season, nobody questioned sustainability. Highlights drowned out biomechanics. Praise silenced precaution. Rose's fearless style became his identity. The force he generated wasn't just outward. It traveled inward, through cartilage and ligament, stored in microscopic strain. Behind the brilliance was a system that amplified everything. Under coach Tom Thibodeau, intensity was non-negotiable. The Bulls relied heavily on Rose, and he logged major minutes in high-pressure situations. He remained the engine. Fatigue subtly alters mechanics. Muscles react milliseconds slower. Stabilizers tire. Knees drift slightly inward on landings. Ankles stiffen instead of flexing smoothly. These small deviations multiply across dozens of explosive plays each night. The culture at the time valued endurance over preservation. Playing through soreness was considered toughness. The accumulation was invisible. The warning signs were quiet. Fatigue layered itself over torque, and repetition built silent pressure. By the time the playoffs approached, Rose wasn't just competing against defenders. He was carrying stored mechanical stress. April 28, 2012. Playoffs. The Chicago Bulls were facing the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 1 of the first round. The game was nearly secured. Under a minute remained on the clock. But for Derrick Rose, every possession was still an opportunity to attack. With 47 seconds left, he drove hard toward the free throw line. Nothing looked unusual in real time. No obvious foul. But as he came down, something shifted. His left knee buckled awkwardly inward. The joint collapsed under rotational stress. He immediately grabbed his knee. The arena, once loud and celebratory, went silent. Teammates surrounded him. Within minutes, the diagnosis became clear: a torn ACL. Season over. Momentum gone. A championship window suddenly uncertain. In slow motion, the replay revealed how quickly everything changed. The inward tilt of the knee, the stiff landing angle. When analysts later examined the footage, the conversation shifted from bad luck to biomechanics. The knee displayed a classic valgus collapse. This mechanism is one of the most common causes of non-contact ACL injuries. The ACL's role is to stabilize forward movement. Rose's style, aggressive deceleration, rapid directional shifts, powerful vertical jumps, created repeated exposure to that exact stress pattern. Fatigue likely played a silent role. As muscles tire, neuromuscular control weakens. Stabilizing muscles respond slower. The landing becomes stiffer. Instead of bending deeply at the hips to distribute force, the joint takes a sharper load. That single moment wasn't isolated. It was the peak of accumulated strain. The injury was caused by physics meeting exhaustion. The aftermath of the injury was quieter than the moment itself, but far heavier. Surgery confirmed the torn ACL, and the long rehabilitation process began. For Derrick Rose, recovery wasn't just physical, it was psychological. An ACL reconstruction can restore stability, but it cannot instantly restore trust between the mind and the knee. Months passed. The league moved forward. The Chicago Bulls adjusted. But for Rose, time slowed. Rehabilitation demanded repetition without glory, resistance bands, controlled squats, balance drills, relearning mechanics. Muscles had to compensate for trauma. Neuromuscular pathways had to retrain. Confidence had to be reconstructed. When he finally returned, the expectations were enormous. Fans wanted the same MVP burst, the same fearless elevation. But the body remembers trauma. Even a fraction of hesitation changes timing. And then came another setback, a meniscus tear, then another knee issue. Each injury reinforced a difficult truth. Recovery is not a straight line. Yet Rose kept fighting. Years later, with the New York Knicks, he delivered a 50-point performance that moved the basketball world to tears. So was it truly an accident? Beneath that moment lay accumulated force, heavy minutes, biomechanical risk, and a culture. Injuries like his are rarely random. They are the intersection of physics, fatigue, and repetition. Greatness demands extremes. Rose's story isn't just about a knee injury. It's about how brilliance can push the body beyond sustainable limits. It's about how systems, expectations, and identity shape risk. And it's about resilience, the refusal to disappear. The injury changed his trajectory, but it didn't erase his impact. It revealed a deeper truth. Sometimes the most powerful comeback isn't returning to who you were, it's surviving what tried to end you.